Hey everybody, this is Intuitive Anthony. My phone is so damn crooked. Hey everybody, this is Intuitive Anthony. I'm gonna give people time to get in the room, and then we're gonna get started. Yeah. Boy, I have an impacted tooth over here that's been throbbing like a son of a bitch this morning, and then my throat was bothering me from the throat cancer. So I got a late start. I got to sleep late, which in turn had me wake up late. So that's why I'm coming on at 7 instead of 6, guys. But I said I was coming, so I'm coming. What's going on, Elijah? Yeah, my impacted tooth on this side's been killing me, and my throat's really been bothering me this morning. So I didn't get to sleep. It took forever to fall asleep because I was in so much pain. But that's why I woke up late. We're gonna be talking about this is a request from one of the subscribers that was on last week that asked, why does God allow witchcraft? So I'm going to be talking about that. But I want to say thank you to Adam, Linda, and T.D. Cavante for the contributions. I was able to go get some stuff for me and the dogs to eat. And with Adam, I was able to pay on my phone bill so that I will be able to call these patient advocate services and everything like I got to do in the morning. Because I got up this morning and tried to call, but I didn't know it was a holiday. I think it's Martin Luther King birthday. 18th, 19th, something like that. Yeah, Martin Luther King birthday. But I got up and left a couple of messages, but with Adam's contribution to the channel yesterday, I was able to get food and stuff, and I was able to put minutes on my phone. So thank you so much, Adam. Thank you to you, Linda, too, as well, and T.D. Cavante. Guys, I gotta pay on this room by the end of this week. So any contributions to the channel would be greatly appreciated. In the description box below is my information, Cash App, Anthony Young, capital A, capital Y, 1978. And PayPal is at Intuitive Anthony 1978. If you can, guys, hit the thumbs up in the video so that it sends it up in the algorithm and YouTube knows it's a good video. And we're going to get started. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Okay, guys, this was given to me by one of the subscribers asking, why does God allow witchcraft? Okay, first thing we got to notice is that witchcraft is knowledge given by the fallen angels during the days of Noah. When they came down, they gave a bunch of information. They made it with women and taught people these occult practices and stuff like that, along with makeup, making of swords, beautifying the eyelid, makeup, and all of that. That's why those are all forbidden information that we were not supposed to know. Since those fallen angels came down and divulged that information to mankind, people have been using it to do things they weren't supposed to be doing. You ever seen somebody or a girl who is really, really into her beauty and how she looks, but there's nothing going on inside of her? She looks really pretty on the surface, but she spent more time painting the canvas than she did putting anything inside of herself. It's a fine line. It's a fine line. That's why they were all forbidden knowledge. It's a fine line. African Americans are stronger, but we were still allowed to be taken into slavery because you know why? Guns, fallen angels. That's fallen information. Building and making of swords, sharpening metal to do certain things. That's all fallen information. That's all fallen knowledge. So those angels that came down divulged information to allow people, mankind, to access the spirit world less than legally. People who follow God will not even attempt to go down that road because we have been warned. But as you know, narcissists are not children of God. They are not. These people are greedy. They think the rules don't apply to them. What's going on, Theo? Appreciate you being here. These kind of people feel the rules don't apply to them. Do as I say, not as I do. That kind of mentality. Everybody's growing up around people who behave like this. They do all the dirt in the world, but they want you to carry yourself and live to a higher standard than they do. And they expect you to honor what they wish, like their words actually have value. Because if you could tell me to live in a way that you can't even do, that's a hypocrite. but they expect you to revere them and treat them like they wise, like they have an honor because they older than you. No. Only thing you proven is that you're a liar. You're a liar. And that don't get no respect. That don't get no respect. I'm not gonna go out of my way to disrespect you, but I won't entertain your conversation. Because what are we gonna talk about? I'm gonna tell you what's really going on with me. You gonna tell me lies about you, and then you gonna turn around and try to use my information against me. We already know how that's gonna play out. We've seen that happen before. You know what I mean? So witchcraft is basically information to allow you to access the spirit realm less than legally. So that, because this is spiritual warfare. Certain knights are fighting, certain pawns are fighting, certain bishops are fighting. Just like in the game of chess. Certain witchcraft allows you to bypass certain areas and try to move through the spirit realm with ease and speed. You're not supposed to be up there at all. You're not supposed to be dabbling in the spirit realm because we don't know nothing about that. We don't know nothing about that. So it's like we're going to be a fish out of water there. We don't belong there. But narcissists always want the inside track. They want the ticket, the golden ticket, but they don't want to do none of the fucking work to get it. So this kind of stuff, witchcraft is perfect fodder for an idiot like that. It's the dangling carrot that entices them, and they keep running for it and running for it, and they don't see the cliff ahead. That's the kind of thing this is. That's why it's a forbidden knowledge. It's illegal to access that through the spirit realm, but God knows everything. God knew what the angels were going to do before they even came down here. So when they came down with the plan on imparting all of this forbidden information upon mankind, God had already had that in his plan. Because God knows everything. He accounted for everything in the situation. He's annoyed with the fact that they did that, but he was prepared. He was not caught unaware. Because God would not be made a fool of. God would not. He knows it all. He knows it all. So as a chosen one, I admire that a lot because I'm like, damn, to see things happening. I get frustrated when I see something happening and I try to warn somebody about it and they don't listen. Then I sit back and it annoys me like, why can't you see good sense? That's what I'm thinking when I'm talking to that person. Why can't you see good sense? Can't you see that this is going to turn out bad? It frustrates me that they won't listen. And then eventually when it's proven right, they get mad at me because I saw it ahead of time. I don't understand how that works, but I guess you got to find somebody to blame. Because narcissists can't put the blame on themselves. We all know this. I just thought that was kind of interesting. But God accounted for all of this. He accounted for every bit of this. So it's like a big game of chess. One person moves, then the other make their move. God's accounted for everything on the board. He's accounted for everything on the board. So these narcissists think they're getting away with something, but it's only going to cost them. It's only going to turn around and bite them in the behind later. Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the video if you appreciate the content. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. TikTok is back on now, so you can share this on the apps with other people, Facebook, groups, and everything. I'd appreciate that, guys. And if you want to contribute to the channel, the best ways are Cash App and PayPal, but we also have supers on YouTube that you can do. But Cash App is $ Anthony Young 1978, and PayPal is at Intuitive Anthony 1978, guys. If you can contribute, I wish you would, but if you don't, if you can't, I understand. Moving on. See, Chosen Ones gets assistance from angels. Angels are always with us because of the fight that we have. And God sends angels to assist us because he knows that narcissists are children of rebellion. They are children of wicked. So they are going to try to access the spirit realm illegally. He already knows that that's going to come with that territory. That narcissist is a hard-headed individual. They've always been that way. Don't touch the stove, and they touch the stove, get burned, get mad at you because you told them not to touch the stove, and then they want to get even. And getting even to them usually requires them to access the spirit realm less than legally. He already knew they were going to do that. So he's already there. So while these angels are assisting us, these demons are fighting against the angels in the spirit realm, while we, the chosen ones, are fighting against the narcissist on the physical. You got one stalking you right now. Oh yeah, 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 Lady Reed, because you became most wanted. Most wanted. They got to get their hands on you, and they will try to cheat to do it, because they want the results of success, but they don't want the work. They don't want the work. You can keep the work. Just give me the title. It's like an honorary degree. That's what an honorary degree is. I want the title, but none of the fucking work, which means that it's hollow. It's just a piece of paper on the wall. That honorary degree, that's just a piece of paper. There's no validity. There's no meat on them bones. There's nothing. Anybody can print that up. You can do that on Photoshop. Going out in public and looking at people who are asleep or alive. I do that sometimes too. I be like, look at them. They don't even know they're not even plugged in. Ignorance is bliss sometimes, isn't it? Oh, thank you for throwing that trump out. Thank you. I was just about to get there. Yes, guys. But see, the narcissist gets their assistance from demons. They get their assistance from demons. So, God already understands the nature of the demons. They will try to hurt God at any cost, that they'll do any kind of wickedness. And the children that are possessed by demons will do the work of their father. So whatever the devil and his kingdom decides to do, the narcissist has no choice but to follow suit, because they are of their father, the devil. They are of their father, the devil. But see, this is the thing. The demons are influencing the narcissist, but will eventually abandon the narcissist once God has had his full. Because it's every man for themselves. Survival of the fucking fittest. So that demon will assist the narcissist in going after you, because that's what the narcissist really wants. The narcissist really wants your head on a swivel. So the demon will do it for the sake of carnage. The demon will assist that narcissist in taking you down for the sake of carnage, because the demon loves carnage. But once God steps up into that picture, where do you think that demon going? That demon has got to go out of here, and then that narcissist is going to have his ass handed to him. And that demon is on to the next sucker that he can fool. That's how it works. But God allows free will, because blind love is robotic. There's no meaning. You have to choose to want to follow God, the Most High. So he allows for free will. And he knows that if these children that he created are possessed with demons, they're going to do what demons do. They're going to try to access the spirit realm. They'll get free reign to do all kinds of wickedness. But to the chosen ones, it may slow us down. It may slow us down, but it's not going to stop us. It's not going to stop us. It can slow us down. Why do you think narcissists use emotion to try to slow us down the most? Because that's the strongest weapon they got. If they can make you feel like you just got to give them a little bit more time to get their shit together. If they can make you feel like if you give them a little more time to get their shit together, they're going to be all right. But while you're doing that, you wasting your time. See, that's the thing. They can't stop you from getting where you're going. They can only slow you down. And every now and then they do try witchcraft, but witchcraft can only go so far. Because in the spirit realm, that demon's attacking the angels that are residing with you. That demon and that narcissist is only attacking the angel and you. You and your angels. And that demon can't go but so far with that angel. So it's up to the narcissist to rely on emotion to do most of the legwork to keeping you hooked and slowing you down. But once you realize that this person can't be saved, there's no hope in this person, that's where they start pulling out people from all over the place to try to come at you, because they know that anything attached to them is garbage. They know you know that. So what they're going to do is find somebody that you probably don't know, that's still in league with them, to come into your presence to run as a spy for them. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. See, they cannot harm chosen ones. They can only slow us down. But everything eventually the dew comes off that rose. It doesn't look that shiny. It doesn't look that pretty. Talking about the TV looked better in the store. The display model looked better than it did in my living room. Rent-A-Center used to do that back in the day. God, that was 20, 30 years ago. Rent-A-Center, they had the 3D television. I don't know, it was like $4,000. In the store, the TV looked so, the fish was swimming out of the TV. It was so nice. And then when you get it home and plug the thing on and turn it on, it did not look like that. That's what the situation is. See, because the chosen ones, we are covered in the blood of Jesus. So they can slow us down with this witchcraft, but they cannot take effect. Now, people who are not chosen, they have to decide which master they're going to follow. Because in this life, everybody got to choose a side. Either the wheat or the tares. So narcissists working witchcraft on people like that, it'll work because they're not covered in the blood of Jesus. They're not. They're a free agent. They're a free agent, which means in that demon's pursuit to obtain souls, that narcissist, that NPC person that hasn't chosen God or Satan, is vulnerable to witchcraft because they're not on nobody's team. God protects his own, but they haven't committed to God. So they're not under that protection. And 9 times out of 10, what that witchcraft is going to do is cause that person that is being affected to be mad at God because this happened to them, even though they never committed to God so God could protect them in the first place. It's crazy because once you start to see the world for what it really is, and you take off those rose-colored glasses and you start looking at the people and the places and the energy around you, the world looks quite different. Let's just put it that way. Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up in the video. If you appreciate the content, don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe, guys. If you can contribute, down below is the Cash App, $ Anthony Young 1978, and PayPal is at Intuitive Anthony 1978. Once again, Adam, Linda, and T. DiCavante, thank you for the contributions to the channel. And we also have the supers available, guys. But share this video on all the platforms because I'm trying to build up a following. And if you're not subscribed, come on in and subscribe, guys. But see, these people who are walking around who have not chosen which master they're going to serve are vulnerable to these attacks because they're not covered one way or the other. And if you're not with God, then you're against him. But lukewarm people, neither hot nor cold, will be spit out of the mouth of the Father. God's not going to have that. You either for me or against me. But sitting back and waiting to things play out to see how things play out ain't one of them. That's not how this is going. So they're vulnerable. But the narcissist can only slow down the chosen one. It can only create stumbling blocks. Because even when you didn't know that you was chosen, you notice that none of that stuff actually worked. It slowed you down a great deal, but it never really took you off the board altogether. That's because they can't do it. They can only slow you down or distract you away from your purpose. But they can't stop that. They can't stop that from happening. The only thing they can do is distract you with bullshit that they got going on that they caused and created so that you'll go in there and fix that problem instead of dealing with the purpose you have for yourself. That's all they can do. That's what it comes down to. And see, that's another thing too, right there. If people jump into a live and they don't understand the subject matter or they don't care for the subject matter, The only thing that makes them come out of their mouth and say something disrespectful or stupid or childish is a demon. Because if I go into a room and they talk about mathematical equations about the earth and the planets and I'm not interested in it, I'm not going to say something angry and then leave. What's the point of that? They talking about something I don't care about, so I'm going to let them get back to their conversation and I'm going to go on my merry little way. But the fact that the narcissist or somebody has to come in and say something stupid, that's the demon behaving like a child. That's that 5-year-old toddler in an adult body. That's what you're dealing with. That's exactly what this is. They look like adults, but they have the mind, the mental prowess of a 5-year-old child. And I don't know about you, but that is the most disgusting shit I have ever seen. Because when I behaved as a child, I understood as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. So you mean to tell me you 50, 60, 70 years old and still acting like a 2-year-old child? Bitch, that's disgusting. Then you start looking at them like they circus folk. Like, what the hell is this? And then you start to really wonder why you're around people like this, but this is our assignment, y'all. So it's up to us to basically enlighten other people. Now they can choose to accept it or don't, just like the people here. If they're not covered by the blood of Jesus, they are vulnerable to such attacks as witchcraft, things of that nature, things that's not supposed to be really going on. But if it takes a person to have to go through something like that to decide that they're gonna follow God, then that person wins eventually because they found God. But the narcissists, they actively go against God and they think this is gonna work out for them. So it shouldn't surprise you that everything they do fails. Everything they do fails. Most people don't think outside the box or question things. They are asleep. Yeah, like you see people riding around, Elijah, that's a good point. You see people riding around who work for termite companies. The man riding around with a big ass termite on his truck. It's great advertisement, but you can tell that the guy who's driving that truck does not ponder many deep questions. He's not looking deep at things. But there's a lot of people that take pride in being shallow and vapid, empty vessels, just walking around the walking dead. Some people actually take pride in that, like that's something to be proud of. An unexamined life is a life not worth living. If you ain't thinking and questioning some stuff, you don't even deserve to be here. That's what I mean by NPCs. These are people who walk blissfully into the night. That's not something wrong with my phone, is it? No, it's good. Okay, this is people that enjoy blissfully walking. It's like walking blind right off a damn cliff. And they do it of their own accord. Because videos and messages like this are supposed to wake each other up. We're supposed to build a community, which I appreciate y'all being here. And thank you again for being here. This kind of stuff is a community. We elevate each other. And sometimes when we get together, that's called church. More than one of us get together, that's called church. Because you may be in a situation and you can't see it because you're in the situation. But a pair of eyes that's not so closely tied to the situation can tell you what you're not seeing. We tried to have this kind of relationship with narcissists, but that cannot be done. Because narcissists are not on your team. They pretend to be on your team, but they're actually rooting for your demise, which is why they must go by the wayside. That's a nice little rhyme right there. That was on the spot. That was for free. But basically, that's why they must go to the wayside, because they have ill intent, malicious hearts. And chosen ones do not fuck around with people with bad motives. You got bad motives, say no more. We ain't talking. We done. And if you're hanging out with somebody with bad motives, birds of a feather flock together. So as chosen ones, once we get to that point where we start to see what it is and we not looking through rose-colored glasses, that cutoff game becomes impeccable. Well, you fuck with her, and I know her nature, so birds of a feather flock together. Nah, I'm cool. Because that's the thing. You are the company you keep. But see, these kind of values, and these are what I call gold coins. Wise sayings that I have heard and picked up over my years walking this earth. Kids now do not know about these wise sayings that make you think and explain a lot of life situations to you. That's why a lot of times as chosen ones, we're going to have to walk around like we have all this information up here, but we can't find, we're going to find very few people that can match wits with us. Till we get to the point where we just stop looking for people to, to converse with, and we throw ourselves into our purpose, which is the only purpose of life. For us to throw ourselves into our purpose and get it done. And because we operate in such a way where we don't find many kindred spirits in our day-to-day life, thank God for platforms like this so that we can meet up with each other. You know what I'm saying? But in our day-to-day lives, we don't meet many people who can match wits with us or thinking on the same level that we thinking on. Or that have this burning desire to do a great work in this world. So we can't find many people that we can socialize about, so we get back to our work. Their notebooks, their pens, getting down and creating something to push the fight forward. And that also pushes us onto our purpose. And here comes the narcissist with their shriveled up, saggy husk of a body, walking in, pretending like they trying to do something, and we're going to take over the whole world, when all they doing is trying to slow you down. Tell me if that ain't repulsive. People are amazing, aren't they? They really are. They really are. What's going on, my account? I appreciate you being here. But yeah, a subscriber wanted me to speak about this, so I wanted to speak about this. So that you guys can have an understanding, because this witchcraft wasn't even supposed to be here. But those fallen angels corrupted mankind with that. They corrupted mankind with that. And God already had a plan for it. Because God covers all his bases. He knows the beginning from the end. So everything that is going to happen, can happen, will happen, won't happen, he already know it. Which is what amazes me about narcissists. How could you worship a created being when you have the original mind that it came from at your disposal? That's like, I don't understand that. That's like, instead of getting a whole loaf of bread, you just want the end pieces. And then they try to act bougie like that's the best slice of bread in the whole loaf. I'll just take the end pieces. I've never heard anybody ask for the end pieces. I know people that settle for the end pieces in a loaf of bread, but you don't go for that. That's like worshiping a demon. That doesn't make sense to me. And if it doesn't make sense, it ain't right. What did Judge Judy used to say? If it doesn't make sense, it's not true. It's not. So you gonna go and worship a created being, a demon or whatever, or the devil, or however you want to slice it, which is basically, I want the end pieces. You're not gonna get the whole loaf of bread, which you have access to, which is God, the mind that all of this came from. You're gonna go to a created being. So just by your choice alone, you have already chosen to lose. And I'm supposed to be cool with you? No, winners and losers don't hang out together. Winners and losers ain't got nothing to talk about. Because either you going to make them a winner or they going to make you a loser. And since there's more of them than there are of you, they going to make you a loser. It doesn't make sense to hang out with somebody like that, right? So it can't be true. And when I was growing up, I listened to all those kinds of things. My granddaddy taught me a lot. And I'll tell you this, even when I went to in-school suspension in my, I guess, 6th grade, this is how God can reach you. This is another side note. Going to in-school suspension, I went in there once or twice for misbehaving like kids do, because chosen ones aren't perfect. But in the in-school suspension, you had to be in there from school start to school close. So you had to do a lot of reading. And there was all these little pamphlets and like things with all these wise stories in it, short stories, where the kid robbed the old lady, took her purse. He took her purse. She found out that he took the purse. She told him that he took the money out of her purse, but go ahead and take it. Because she said before he walked out the door, he wanted some new pair of shoes with the money that he stole from her purse. She said, go ahead. But shoes got by ill means will burn your feet. And he went out and did something, and somehow it all came back around where that same kid, those same shoes that he stole that money from that lady for, turned around and betrayed him in the end. So stories like that, even with me and ISS, used to always fascinate me. I'll sit here and watch fables and fairy tales because there's a core message, a lesson in there. Narcissists think they know more than everybody else. So you could say, you walk down this road right here, you're going to get to your pot of gold. They are so adversarial, so stuck on stupid, so thick-headed, that they will go intentionally go another way just to make shit difficult for themselves, and then get mad as hell because they didn't find a pot of gold. You can't do nothing with that. They're going to always fuck themselves up. Sorry, but that's what they're going to do. They're going to always mess themselves up. That's why me and Miss Choi have been working on the phrasing for the channel. They can't get right. These kind of people can't get right. In whatever shape or form that comes in, these people can't get right. Talking about, well, they trying to do this, it ain't gonna work out, because nothing they do ever works out. Just by the choice of who they just choose to follow spiritually, whether God or Satan, they already chose the wrong way. Everything after that just water off the side of the mountain. The biggest choice you have in this life is who you choose to serve. Everything else after that is a result of that original choice. So if they choose to worship the wrong deity, everything else after that's going to be wrong as hell too. So I'm not going to listen to any advice coming from somebody like that. I don't want to talk to nobody that's like that. Because that means you're fundamentally broken. We ain't got nothing to talk about because I didn't come down here to lose. Just like y'all didn't come down here to lose. But everybody must choose who they're going to serve. So a lot of these people walking around here that have not chosen God or the enemy are vulnerable to witchcraft. But God will let that witchcraft befall on that person to make them make a choice, whether they're going to choose him or Satan. That's why with narcissists, when they do this stuff against us, the weapons form, but they never get the desired effect. Because we are covered in the blood of Jesus. Yahushua, we are covered with that. We are God's children. We belong to the kingdom of light. That's why it will never take us out. It may slow us down, but that's all they've been trying to do since they ran into us, is slow us down or get us to off ourselves. Hey guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up in the video, guys. Hit like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with anybody you can. Anybody that may need to see it, guys. Share it in your groups on Facebook and everywhere else you go online on social media. If you want to donate to the channel, the Cash App is down below. $ Anthony Young, capital A, capital Y, 1978. PayPal is at Intuitive Anthony 1978. See, God knows everything. God knows what these people are going to do before they do it. Because narcissists will always choose the wicked thing to do. They gravitate towards wickedness. That's what they do. That's what they love. So you could always, you could set your watch to them that they're going to always choose the wrong thing. Yeah, this person who sold out is trying to tell you how to live. And they want you to revere them like they wise. That's the most mind-blowing part of it all. You have proven by your overall choice in life that you're an idiot, but you want me to treat you like you noble, honest, upright? That's not happening. And that's why narcissists hate us. Because they can pretend to be all that and get suckers to follow them, but we're not one of them suckers. That's why they hate us with such a passion, because we see who they really are. And then when we start explaining it to other people, they don't expect us to be as wise as we are. But we have been sitting back watching this dog walk around in a tutu for quite a minute. So when we start telling people what to look for, these people start looking, then they start seeing. And then the narcissist gets worried because they can't influence anybody else to come over to the side of the enemy. Now the enemy has no more use for him, for that narcissist. And judgment falls upon them. See, because they can only go so far. The narcissist can play around and dabble with that stuff, but God already knows that they're going to be destroyed. He just wants to give them every opportunity to sink themselves. Let them run it all out, because the end result is going to be the same. And how foolish could one person be to think that they can go up against the Most High? See, that's a scary day that they're going to have to face that I wish to never see. Where you got the creator of the universe looking down at you in disgust. I do not want to see that day. But they play around with fire and expect not to get burned. That's because they have a rebellious spirit. But eventually, this is the overall point of the whole thing. At a certain point, God's patience runs out, and they will be cut off. They will be cut off from doing wickedness. Their time of wickedness will stop, and then they're going to have to sit there knowing where they're getting ready to go. Demonic possession. Quick point on the demonic possession. V. Because I was just getting ready to finish, but I can talk about this for a second. Demonic possession, like The Exorcist and movies like that, Emily Rose, all of that stuff, that's not what, that's not the possession of real possession. That's theatrical. That's entertainment. Real possession, a narcissist is possessed by a demon. That demon goes in and out of them, and you can literally watch that demon enter and exit them. Their eyes turn black. This is because the narcissist has made an agreement to be possessed by that demon. They made a soul tie to that demon, which is why they're not flailing around and foaming at the mouth and all of that foolishness. That's theatrical for the cameras. That looks good on the cameras. But narcissists have that demon in them all the time. So they're not fighting because they are not rejecting the demon. They allowed that entity into their body. They came into agreement with that entity. So there's no convulsing because that demon is right where it's supposed to be, inside that narcissist, because that narcissist invited that entity in. Good people who were tricked into going into a vice or something like that where a demon got a hold of them, through the blood of God and prayer, can get that entity out of them. But it's still not as theatrical as they make it on TV. That's like people who are in a play on stage. They have to do broad gestures so that the people in the back row can see them. That's what possession is on TV. Doing very big, wide gestures so that so they can really sell the image. But demonic possession, these people have opened themselves up, whether knowingly or unknowingly, to this entity. And if unknowingly, they may, flex and stuff like that when the demon is being exorcised from them. But not to the levels they talking about it on TV. Thank the Lord for the contribution to the channel. I really, really appreciate it, guys. So there may be some rejection going on when they exercise that demon, but narcissists don't have no convulsions and stuff like that. Because they made room in their spirit for that demon. That demon is their old friend. So when you see stuff on TV, a lot of this has been dramatized for your entertainment. That's what it is. But there's a lot of people walking around here with demons in them. A lot. And I don't know what I would have done with this information if I was in my 20s right now. Because I was in the thick of living, trying to figure out who I was after that abuse and stuff. So God is perfect in his timing. Because if you'd have saw how many people are walking around here with demons, it would have probably made you lose hope. So God is perfect in his timing. And when he lets you see things and reveal things to you, so that you'll be better able to process what you're seeing. And that way it's great. And that way God is good because he gives it to you when you're ready to receive it. Okay, guys, this has been my video. I'm so glad that y'all came out, guys. And later on, if you feel like you want to contribute, down below, $ Anthony Young, 1978. PayPal is at Intuitive Anthony 1978. Um, guys, I'll be back with more content. I might come out and do another live this week. We'll see how that is. But I have to move out by the end of this week. So if I do get more donations and stuff, of course I'll pay that to the hotel. But I might try to I'll do a couple shorts and stuff like that. But 9 times out of 10, it'll be at 6 o'clock on Mondays is when I'll go live. And I'm starting to like Saturdays. So if I still have a place to stay as at the end of this week, I'll um I'll come on Saturday around 7 o'clock. But usually it's Monday at 6 o'clock now, guys. But if I'm still here on Saturday, it'll be Saturday at 7 p.m., guys. I'll talk to you later, guys. But remember, if you like it, I love it. But these narcs out here cold-blooded, y'all. Stay safe. Peace.